I want you to know the difference between a wheat allergy and celiac disease. Celiac disease results in damage to the intestinal wall from gluten. Gluten is found in barley, rye, and wheat. A wheat allergy results from an overreaction of the immune system to wheat protein only. And this reaction involves IgE antibodies, histamine being released from mast cells. If we look at these two, this is supposed to be your intestinal tract here, which we will talk more about, as I keep saying. On the left, we have a normal cell from the small intestine. Those loopy things there are called villi, and even smaller ones are called microvilli. What they do is they increase the surface area of the small intestine. It increases the area across which nutrients can be absorbed. But when someone has celiac disease, when their villi come in contact with this gluten, it destroys the villi. So what you see on the right are damaged villi and microvilli, and that's why nutrients can't be absorbed. There's no space, or there's not enough space for them to be absorbed into the body. So these foods pass through the digestive tract, causing those symptoms of diarrhea, vitamin and mineral deficiencies. Eliminating gluten allows the regeneration of these villi and microvilli and essentially treats celiac disease. This is cocktail chatter. Foods are labeled gluten-free if they contain less than 20 parts per million of gluten. You can have a look at this, but this I thought you should be aware of. Then we have lactose intolerance. Lactose intolerance are when gastrointestinal symptoms occur when you consume more lactose or milk sugar than the body is able to digest from the available lactase. Lactase is an enzyme that the body produces that breaks down the disaccharide lactose into glucose and galactose. And it's in these smaller monosaccharides that absorption from the intestinal tract into the bloodstream can occur. In the absence of adequate lactase, though, this disaccharide cannot be broken down, so it doesn't get absorbed. It moves from the small intestine into the large intestine, pulling water with it. That's what causes the symptoms of lactose intolerance: flatulence, bloating, discomfort. It's not until these lactose molecules get to the small intestine that they're then broken down by bacteria in the large intestine, continuing to produce these uncomfortable symptoms. How do you treat it? Restricting lactose-containing products or taking lactate pills, which contain the enzyme lactase. They must be eaten before you consume the lactose-containing product. If you consume a lot of lactose, you may need more. And unfortunately, it doesn't work for everybody. Cocktail chatter, the amount of lactose in various products. Even the most lactose intolerant person should be able to consume about 4 grams of lactose at a time. Individual results may vary. So people with food allergies or intolerances need to be very careful about what they eat. You need to take precautions to prevent anaphylaxis. You should have a plan of action in case a serious reaction occurs. I want to talk to you briefly about your journal or food issues project. When you go to this document, you have been signed up for a specific food allergy or food intolerance. Again, if you have a food allergy or food intolerance, let me know. I don't want you to be any more uncomfortable than you already are dealing with this. But then I want you to be that person for 2 days. And for class, you'll write up your experiences in a journal type format. I want to know what it was like for you to be with family or friends and not be able to easily eat what everyone was eating. What was it like to avoid social situations or you didn't want to feel left out? So how was your life affected, privately and socially? And what happened, and this is not for people who really have these issues, when you decided to go ahead and eat that food? How did your body react? I want to know that you understand what happens, what adverse events can occur. If it's a food allergy, it can be anywhere from breaking out in hives to anaphylaxis and having your friends take you to the emergency room after you had your EpiPen. If it's gluten or if it's lactose intolerance. I want to know what your adverse reactions are to that. And if you have any questions, please let me know. All right, see you later.